This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Westbound I-90 was closed for nearly 8 hours after a semi-truck jackknifed near Cle Elum. The Moses Lake School District is exploring options to improve access and traffic impacts at Moses Lake High School.
Washington State Governor Jay Inslee's statements at the National Governor Association on Monday gained national attention after he told President Trump that we need less tweeting and more listening.
The state tournament for basketball is happening this weekend, and there are still several talented local teams with a chance to win it all.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Westbound I-90 was closed for nearly 8 hours after a semi-truck jackknifed near Cle Elum. State troopers say Corey Weaver, a 47-year-old Utah man, was driving a 2016 Freightliner semi-truck and trailer west on I-90. He began to slow and reportedly lost control, causing the vehicle to go sideways on a bridge. The truck struck the left side of the bridge while the trailer struck the right side with the rear wheels hanging over the edge, blocking both westbound lanes. The State Patrol says Weaver was not hurt, but his passenger, a 51-year-old Utah woman, was injured and taken to Kittitas Valley Healthcare. The State Patrol cited Weaver for driving too fast for road conditions. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family Pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
The Moses Lake School District is exploring options to improve access and traffic impacts at Moses Lake High School. After voting down 2 motions to move funds from the reserve funds to the capital budget, the school board last week authorized district staff to move forward with plans to address emergency and traffic access to the high school, which includes identifying land near the high school to add entry points and plans to acquire land for a future elementary school. Superintendent Josh Meek said the board has heard public comments in recent meetings addressing school safety, especially at the high school.
In our country, and in our state, and in this community, there's a significant focus on constantly improving school safety. One of the focal points that we're really going to get to work on right away is doing some work around what can we do to create better conditions. Are there ways to build other exits or entrances on and off the property? Is there a way to have better access for not only emergency response teams, but also for student traffic, for parent traffic? Because right now everything is funneled right onto Sharon Avenue with a single parking lot entrance and exit.
Meek said the work will also include safety and security upgrades for the high school, including looking at access to the actual building.
Safety and security improvements for Moses Lake High School are not just necessarily road access, but we will also be doing some work around what can we do to create the safest learning conditions possible. And we know that the school has many door access from across the building around. It is an open campus. There's a lot of student traffic that goes from the main building to portable classrooms and from the main building to some of our off-campus programs. And so we will be doing some work of what kind of conditions can we create or construct or alter between access and supervision and things to create the best environment there. So,
this is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Washington State Governor Jay Inslee's statements at the National Governor Association on Monday gained national attention after he told President Trump that we need less tweeting and more listening. Governor Inslee began his statements by asking to take a look at the Extreme Risk Protection Order Act that was put into effect in Washington about a year ago on a national level. Governor Inslee continued his statement by addressing the suggestion to arm teachers.
If I may respond to that, let me just suggest whatever percentage it is. I heard at one time you might have suggested 20%. Whatever percentage it is, speaking as a grandfather, speaking as a governor of the state of Washington, I have listened to the people who would be affected by that. I have listened to the biology teachers, and they don't want to do that at any percentage. I've listened to the first grade teachers that don't want to be pistol packing first grade teachers. I've listened to law enforcement who have said they don't want to have to train teachers as law enforcement agencies, which takes about 6 months. Now, I just think this is a circumstance where we need to listen, that educators should educate, and they should not be foisted upon this responsibility of packing heat in first grade classes. Now, I understand you have suggested this, and we suggest things, and sometimes then we listen to people about it, and maybe they don't look so good a little later. So I just suggest we need a little less tweeting here, a little more listening, and let's just take that off the table and move forward.
Washington state law doesn't prohibit teachers from carrying weapons on school grounds, and certain school districts have created policies that have over a dozen administrators carrying concealed weapons on campus. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 News.
Everything comes to this weekend. The state tournament for basketball is happening this weekend, and there are still several talented local teams with a chance to win it all. Moses Lake Chiefs will begin play at the Tacoma Dome on Thursday at 9 a.m. when they take on the winner of the Bellarmine Prep vs. University game that will take place the day before. Cashmere Bulldogs girls basketball is another serious title contender. Cashmere begins play at the Yakima Sun Dome on Thursday at 9 p.m. when they play the winner of the Meridian vs. Nooksack Valley game. Royal boys are also tipping off at the Yakima Sun Dome at 9 a.m. Royal will play the winner between the Northwest School and Montesano. Elmira Cooley Heartline boys and girls are both in. Both teams are playing Wednesday at the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. The boys at 2 p.m., the girls at 5:30 p.m. Both teams will play Tohola to get to the double elimination bracket on Thursday. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.